see, it's just like a little hook. And it hooks on here, and then your rope goes through this side, and then now this will hold your rope. But we won't be able to do the center purlin until we either borrow or steal a bigger ladder.
Too much drama. Oops.
Jose,
Uh-huh.
what if, because it's so nice out,
Yep.
I know I change plans a lot, what if we set the bows real quick for that other hoop house?
Oh, that would be good too. That's a good day for do that.
Yeah, do you want to do that, or would you rather get this done? Because we can just leave the trailer parked.
Yeah,
right
we can
now.
leave it here because I think it's a little frozen.
I knew it would be. Okay, yeah, I think let's get those really long tape measures and set the bows.
Okay.
And maybe be a little less annoying.
Okay.
Okay, change of plans, of course, as always. We are going to set the bows for the hoop house, the new hoop house, because the bows are currently laid out in the garden in the way of getting the tractor through. So sometimes you have to do projects to do other projects. Here we go. Okay, so we're supposed to get some rain and icky weather later. We're going to try to get these bows set for this hoop house though, because they're sitting in the middle of our drive to get the tractor through, and we need to get some stuff to the far side of those hoop houses. Farm life. So anyway, what we're going to do real quick is try to get these set so we can just get them out of the way and get them up. The big decision we were trying to make is which beds along here we wanted to put this in. This hoop house we want to leave up over the winter. So we need space on either side to clear snow. So we can't put it too close to those other hoop houses that is there, which would be ideal just to line them up. But those ones come down in the winter. But we leave the bows up so we can't get the tractor in and out of there. So we were deciding to put it on the end here or in the middle. But we're going to put it on the end here because we know we're going to eventually do 2 high tunnels here. We want to do one here and we want to do one where those 2 hoops are. So eventually this whole area is going to change anyway, because these hoops will then get moved out to the further beds. The reason we're down in here is this piece of our property sits almost in a little bowl. And the wind, we get quite a bit of wind. The wind isn't as bad down in here as it is up like on our pasture, which the wind just rips through there. But down here, there's trees all the way around. There's hills on this side a little bit. And so it protects this area from the big gusts.
Yep.
It still comes in, but just not quite as bad. So we are going to go ahead and set this. What we're doing right now is we're going to set the 4 corner posts, and then we'll go through and pound all of these rebar. These rebar need to go in far enough for these Farmers Friends tunnel. You just leave 16 inches above the ground. We do have a lot of rock on the property, so this could be an issue, but we're going to go ahead and see what we can do now. So I'm a bit of a perfectionist. On a lot of projects I would set these perfectly square. It doesn't really make that much difference on these. I think if they're perfectly squared or not, I'm not going to worry about it.
No.
As long as we already know our beds are fairly uniform and squared up. So as long as we're following that guideline, I think we're going to be okay. Okay, so Farmer's Friend has these. They were using carabiners at one point on their hoop houses. At least I believe they were. Our first set that we got used had carabiners, but now they have these things, which is really nice. So we're going to put these together so you can see it's just like a little hook. And it hooks on here, and then your rope goes through this side, and then now this will hold your rope. So we're going to go through and install all of these on every single one of the rebar grounders we just put in.
So this is much better than...
I think so. Those carabiners rust really bad. And it's fine. They've lasted, you know, this is I think the 4th season for these hoops. Maybe the 5th season, because I think the other farmer used them too.
2 years.
And then we've used them too. So, I mean, you know, things have to be replaced eventually, but it's nice. I think these will be a lot nicer to put the rope in and take them out. I guess we'll find out at the end of the season. Today is April 28th?
Yep.
April 28th. And today we have one semi-nice day in the middle of a bunch of rainy, snowy days. Yesterday we got about an inch and a half of snow. It's, of course, very warm, so it melted right away. And then we're supposed to get more snow again in the next couple days, right?
Probably tomorrow, I think.
Yeah. Somebody said possibly 13 inches where they are. I hope we don't get 13 inches.
No.
Although it is good for the garden this time of year to really get a lot of moisture, especially where we had that plastic all winter. Now that snow just soaks all that water into the ground. We like it.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah. So today though, because we got a pretty nice day, we are going to get the bows put up on this hoop house. And if there's no wind this afternoon, maybe we can do the plastic.
Wow, it looks like it will be a good project.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good day for that. So we're going to go ahead and get started on these, and so we can go ahead and set some of the bows, and then some of the bows we have to put the cross bracing on, which we have not yet done. So I think we'll walk a bow down to the very far side, and then the next bow we have to put cross bracing on, and then every other one has cross bracing. So Jose, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so we got halfway through this hoop house before lunch.
Yep.
And when we came back, I needed to water because now we have plants in both hoop houses over here and all of the ones in the greenhouse. So that needs to get done, especially because today's pretty warm and the sun has been out a couple of times. So we needed to do that. While I did that though, Jose got the bracing put on several of these. But we found that the bracing had some things we needed to learn, so we thought we'd share those with you after we get these bows put up. So once we get these bows put up and set, we'll come back and we'll put this cross bracing on one of them and just talk to you about what we found while we were doing them. Okay, so we ran into a few issues and we just want to make your life a little easier if you're putting up one of these. So this is for the cross bracing at the top. So these little brackets that attach your cross bracing are too tight to get them over the bars. So we just took 2 pliers and stretched them out a little bit. All right, and then now it'll slide right on there. Okay, yeah. So pretty easily slides on there. Doesn't really fit the way it is, so they need to be stretched out a little bit. So we just been doing 2 pairs of pliers. Works out good.
Yeah.
Okay. And then once you get it over the bar, then these pliers, I can't think of what these are called, but they have like you can lock them in place at different sizes. But then we just use it to squish it down a little bit. Not perfectly tight, but we still want it to be able to move because we have to measure how far we want them from the top here. So this just gives it, though, brings it back to the way it was. Nice. Okay. Then the cross bracing, you want it to be even on both sides approximately. So what we're finding is about 39.5 inches from the very center of the top of this bow right here. Should be about 39.5 inches is what we're getting. Okay. So Jose has that one in the perfect spot. So we're going to line this guy up over here. There you go. A little further towards me. Okay, perfect. And then once we actually get it screwed together, we'll do one more measurement to make sure it's right. Okay, so the one other thing is to allow this bar to sit on one side of the bow or the other. So you can see it's kind of on the back side of it a little bit instead of the front side. We had one that didn't sit quite correctly and it kind of warped the bow. We'll have to unscrew it and fix it so that the bow isn't warped. So you just want to pick one side and have that bracing sit to either side. All right, Jose, any other big pieces of advice?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it's going really well. We're very happy. It looks amazing. This is going to be our tomato hoop house this year, so we can't wait to get to grow in it, right, Jose? Woohoo!
It'll be very soon.
Yeah, it's coming up quick. So this is actually quite a bit bigger than our other 2 as far as height goes. So Jose and I are going to put the wind bracing on so that it's ready to go, but we won't be able to do the center purlin until we either borrow or steal a bigger ladder. So we're going to have to wait on that, but we're going to go ahead and at least install the wind bracing. We won't tighten it or anything because we need to make sure the center purlin's correct first, but at least we can get it out of the way.
So we need 4.
Yep, 4 at each corner. So then 1, 2.
Yeah, 2 and
2 for each, right? Yeah, so 8 total. Okay, Jose, good day at work?
that was good day.
Yeah, it went really well. So we would like to have gotten the center purlin done, but once we got the ladder out here, we're like, this'll never, I don't want Jose to get hurt. I'd rather we be safe than sorry, of course. So anyway, it's just after 4.
Yeah.
What time is it?
It's time to go inside and relax.
Yeah, have a beer. So we're gonna go do that. I think that's pretty much it we have 3 or 4 days of snow and rain coming up. Now we're hoping for this bed over here that we get a couple inches of snow.
Yeah, they need water.
It needs water. It really needs water to soak in because we left that plastic on it all winter. So I'd like to really see a nice, maybe 2 inches of snow would be really nice on there. Okay, so hopefully though, we just need to get the plastic on it now.
Yeah.
And the center purlin.
Yeah. Probably Monday or Tuesday will be here.
Yeah, as soon as the weather clears up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Making curry for dinner. Woohoo! Go inside, Eben.
We going to camper?
Bought ourselves a camper. No, just kidding. So we have a very busy weekend. Our friends from another farm are picking up half our chickens. So this is our egg mobile. So we have to move our girls out here today. We're just randomly picking half of the chickens to go to them. Half are staying here, except for the roosters. We're keeping the same roosters we had out on pasture last year, and they're getting a couple of the new roosters. So there's nothing worse than trying to catch chickens during the day, though. So that should be fun. But we're just getting this cleaned out a little bit. Then, so that's happening later today. Then my father's dropping off the skid loader so we can do the fencing and plant the trees, because the trees should arrive maybe even today. And then it's tomato potting up weekend, which is a huge chore. It's an all-day thing, so that needs to happen today or tomorrow. Plus, I want to get all of my planting for next week done this weekend, because that fence is going to take probably 3 days to put up, is my guess, minimum. Since we haven't done fencing since our first summer or first spring in 21, you know, it's going to be a learning curve again as usual. All right, so let's get this cleaned out and get these chickens moved into the egg mobile.
All right. Hi, Macho.
So now the fun part, catching the chickens one by one. You ready?
Too much drama. Keep doing you. Huh? Hi, chicken. 3. Say 6.
Okay, right, perfect. You want to come up there? Come on. Good thing I didn't take a shower this morning and put the same clothes back on.
Get it, Eben.
Okay, so the chickens are now in the summer coop and in the egg mobile, which is nice. So now Jose's going to take them out on pasture. And when we first put them out there, we like to put some fencing up, because it just encourages them to stay out there. Because what they do is, if they figure out how to come back up here, they will.
They will. Yeah.
And we don't want them back up here. So Jose's just going to put some fencing up just to keep them out on pasture. And only for a day or two after that, once they realize this coop is home, we don't have any problems.
No.
Yeah, they stay right there. So Jose's going to get that done. I am potting up tomatoes, so that's what I'm getting started on. And then my dad just dropped off the skid loader.
Yeah.
So we have the skid loader here now, so we can start digging fence post holes. But we have really bad weather the next 3 or 4 days. It's kind of nice out here now, but we're expecting maybe 6 inches of snow, rain.
Wind.
So, yeah. So I'm going to go pot up tomatoes and let Jose move the chickens.
Right. Finally. Yeah, it's pretty much done for today. They need a couple days to try to figure it out. This is the new home or new place to stay. So we will keep in this fencing for a couple days and then let them go and doing whatever they want.